The market is in big trouble. Pretty much everything is going down, but there is one meme coin out of all of them that tends to rise very quickly, and that is Titcoin on Solana. Is this just another pump and dump, or does it make sense to jump on this rally? Let's have a look at the data most people are not considering. So yeah, this is the top 100 cryptocurrencies and pretty much everything is down. But here are the top performing meme coins in the last week, and Titcoin gained more than 600%. It almost looks like we are not in a bear market. It almost looks like this token is defying all odds. Yet within the Solana chain, Titcoin isn't really that large yet. It is going up, but it's not yet that large that there's no more upside potential. Overall, it's only at place number 17. It's got a market cap of 30 million only, and there are many meme coins that are way larger than that. Today we see 8,000 buyers versus 7,300 sellers, 11,000 wallets interacted with the token. In the last 24 hours we went up by 85%. On Twitter we've got 7,800 followers. I'm not going to share the posts in this video because maybe then this video gets blocked in YouTube. But yeah, you can imagine what kind of posts are in this account. On Solana, we've got 17,000 holders. And let's have a look at the holder statistics in a bit more detail. So let's have a look at the small retail investor. Let's have a look at the whale investor. What's actually currently driving the price? Is this a few whales that manipulate the price up, or is this a lot of small retail investors that just jump on this rally? Let's start off with the number of first-time versus recurring traders and with the number of transactions per day. So that's what we are seeing in those two charts. In the first 3 days, we saw a lot of new wallets interacting with the token. We then had another 3 days where there were more first-time traders than recurring traders, and still most days we tend to be somewhat balanced. It's not just the existing traders that buy and sell the token against one another. On the right side, we see the number of token transactions, and this doesn't look that great. We've got one day more than 2 million transactions. That's not very natural. So some bot activity seems to be happening here as well. Over here, we see the number of retail investors versus whale investors. And the way you make this distinction is by looking at minimum holding thresholds. How many tokens does a wallet hold? So to be counted for the chart on the left, a wallet has to hold at least 30,000 Titcoins. So at the current price of roughly 3 cents, that's a bit under $1,000. To be counted for the chart in the middle, a wallet has to hold at least $10,000 roughly, and on the right, $100,000. All of those wallet cohorts seem to look quite okay. There is no real growth in any of them, but there's also no dumping by the whales happening. What we're seeing over here is the trading volume. So on the left side in US dollars and on the right side normalized to 100% per day. We can see how interest comes in waves, and there is definitely some correlation between interest and the price development. But what we're also seeing is that over time, it's more and more the larger wallets that take over the trading volume. So small retail tends to trade the token less and less. The whales might be accumulating. Here's another way to look at this. On the left side, we see what wallet cohorts owns how much percent of the token supply. On the right side, we see how much that token supply is worth. So the whales are getting more and more of the token supply. So that's now wallets that have at least $100,000 worth of the token. 42% of the entire token supply is now held by the whales. Small retail and medium-sized retail only holds around 20% of the supply. So have a look at this. The small retail investor grew their holdings by roughly 10x since the bottom on the 10th of March. The whale investors grew their holding much more. They grew it by 100x. So the whales are really pushing this rally. And again, it's not the number of whales that is going up. It's simply just the existing whales that buy more of the token. This is all happening while the overall market is still very, very weak. Titcoin got launched on Pump.fun, on the launchpad of meme coins on the Solana chain. And the Pump.fun ecosystem in the last week actually lost on average 20% of its market cap. The token is still relatively unknown. It's still only traded decentralized on Radium and on Meteora directly on chain. It cannot be bought on the centralized exchanges. Have a look at the largest pump.fun ecosystem tokens in the last week. All of it went down, most of the tokens even in double digits. And so in the end, the question really is, does it make sense to try to find the few outperformers when most things are down and when bets have to be very much concentrated in just a few assets, right? If you're just a little bit diversifying and you own 5 to 10 tokens, there's a 100% likelihood that you're down in a market like this. Now this here shows the performance in the last month, but the altcoin underperformance actually happened already since January of 2022. This is the others dominance, so the market cap of the altcoins that are not in the top 10, and they underperformed the rest of all of crypto by 58% during that time. Maybe we are finding a bottom, but I wouldn't speculate on that. I think the trend is pretty clear. Instead of trying to find the next Titcoin, or instead of hoping that the whales continue to buy the token, I think it's way safer to make money now by betting on falling prices. Most altcoins underperform Bitcoin most of the time, and there are some altcoins that underperform more consistently, and there are other altcoins that simply pump and dump. So here's a pretty consistent underperformer. This is Balancer relative to Bitcoin, and we can make money when this is continuing to go down. We don't have to bet on US dollar valuations going down. We can have a look at Bitcoin denominated valuations going down. So when this continues to go down, we can make money. Or here's the other approach, right? We just short the pump and dumps. This is the Dogecoin dominance, and I have been shorting Dogecoin. I've been betting on falling prices after the pump when this deflated. And I'm talking about this here on YouTube because I've already closed that short. So we made money while Dogecoin underperformed Bitcoin by 32%. And again, that was no surprise, right? Just have a look at the repeated pump and dump in this token. So really, we don't have to try to find the needle in the haystack. It's much easier to just bet on the haystack doing worse. Yes, there are times when altcoins are a good bet. Yes, there are times where you can make multiple X returns on altcoins. Right now is not such a time. And most people don't want to get involved in a market like this, right? When it's player versus player, when prices tend to trend downwards, most people just exit and do something else. But I think this is actually wrong. I think the real opportunity is in falling prices. We don't have to bet on rising prices. When everything is going down, the odds are in our favor if we short the pumps. So we do the exact opposite as compared to a bull market, right? In a bull market, we buy the dips. In a bear market, we short the pumps. And as said, I'm sharing my trades, of course, and that's in the premium membership. It's down below, thebitcoinstrategy.com. But I also made more than 100 exclusive tutorial videos on how to bet on falling prices, on how to do risk management, on how to do on-chain analytics, etc. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to binge watch those tutorials. I believe that in the end, skill edge turns into monetary gain if you just learn enough, if you learn more than the average. So looking forward to seeing you on Premium, looking also forward to seeing you again here on YouTube. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you on Premium or see you on YouTube. Cheers!